Welcome to the J. Wilson Show. Good morning. I hope you all are doing well. Put the seat back. Lord have mercy. Anyway, hold on, y'all. Give me a minute. So I hope you all are doing well on this morning. Hope everybody had a great day. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Let me like that screen. All right. DP. It's a lot going on. I have heard a lot. So we got a lot to unpack here today. Um, hmm, I see the play. I see a play going on. I see a play going on. And a lot of people are going to be adversely affected by it if they don't watch it. So they tell me that Lemon has lost another channel because he forgot the password. You can't make this up. So now this is his sixth channel. My. My. You all, I stopped at probably channel number three. I've never subscribed, but so I heard a lot was going on, and y'all women crazy. Y'all women are crazy. Just Trish. The only reason why you're doing this because you're getting clicks and views from helping them. You really don't care anything about that man. That man is a bumbling idiot. I mean, you can't remember your password. You can't remember to write a password down. Now you're on your sixth channel. Then I heard he made some colorist remarks towards Miss O. He must have pissed off Jay Dunn because she said she gonna be on him. But now let me say this: YouTube cameras, baby, you better watch it. You know it's against community guidelines when somebody is threatening to take another person's channel on their page. YouTube, baby, don't let these people say any and everything on your channel. Don't let people say anything and everything on your channel, which brings me to this. Lemon is going to take y'all channel because it ain't no way in hell he's going to start making comparable money to what he was making before. And so if he can't make his channel pop, then he's going to take yours. I think y'all really need to watch out. This 2.0 group is very interesting. This 2.0 group is very interesting. You all are full of alcoholics, no emotional intelligence. You're not shrewd at all. You're not clever. You're very predictable. And the people like this kind of drama. But Lemon is not going to make his money. And he's getting traction off of content creators. Now, Jay Dunn said, when Black history is over with, Jesus. Jay Dunn said, when Black history over with, his page is going down. Now, I just think it's crazy work that YouTube camera wouldn't stop her. But again, it is what it is. Now, I didn't enjoy Jay Dunn as much as I did previous. Today it was a get lemon situation. Lolo made it back home. Can I speak to faith as a substance of things hoped for, the evidence not seen? Faith, I did nothing to you. and you got in your feelings and you got uber sensitive and you left. And when you left, I said nothing to you. I said nothing about you. I said freely you come, freely you leave. And my thing is, you thought I was gonna say something negative to you. When have I said something about you? See, y'all, look, girl, no clicks and views from me. Keep that to limit and the kiss. Now I really felt some kind of way because it's women with short hair and all of that stuff who are dark skinned folk always want to come for. And I'm gonna always stand up for people. But girl, I ain't never say nothing about you. We I forgot. I ain't even know you was gone until somebody mentioned it. So don't be trying to act like we was all like this. You came over here and you had a lot to say. I think you went south with me and I went south with you. And you felt some kind of way about it and you left. And guess what? We've been good. Nobody ain't had nothing to say about you. Okay, I didn't even know you was still around until they said you was over there with Lolo. I'm like, okay, girl, nobody ain't checking. Look, I ain't trying to be shady, but sometimes y'all be giving yourselves a little too much. Girl, you ain't never held no ranch over here. I could see somebody who had held a ranch over here at one time and stuff. But girl, I'm glad he said that about me because I thought he would say something else about me. Like, oh, I don't even know you. Baby, y'all be doing too much. Y'all be doing too much. Girl, you act like we done went to dinner together. MB, I'm the, MB and I are more closer than you are. I met MB in person. I met MB in person. Okay, let me move on from that because baby, she gave all it. And the best actress award goes to woman act like she really hurt and like we had a relationship. Goes to faith is the substance of things hoped for the evidence of things not seen. Cause girl, it wasn't that deep. I'm like, is she trying to go into the Golden Globes? Is she trying to get an Oscar, a People's Choice Award? I was just like, where all this coming from? Oh, I had to say that because baby, she was acting all deep. Okay, but I'm glad you alive. I'm glad you still kicking and doing some stuff. Now, I'm not saying that lady. Don't please don't. First of all, mother don't have mother's eyebrows arched. Girl, don't, I could say a lot, but then I'm gonna be called shady. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna keep my comments to myself. I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself. I'm gonna keep my comments and my thoughts to myself. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep my comments to myself because I can say a lot of things right now, and I'm not gonna say those things because it's still Black History Month, and we shall overcome someday. What's up, Dre Day? So I wanted to say that Lolo, I'm glad you home. Now, y'all, I thought Lolo was at the Venetian, but she was at Planet Hollywood, some in the mall. I thought she was at the Venetian on the gondola, how she was acting, but she wasn't. So my bad. I thought she was somewhere else. But shout out to Lolo. She did make it back home, and yeah, she did what she needed to do. Uh, so now I have got news. I'm gonna say this: it ain't no friends on YouTube. Y'all subcontractors, and y'all know relationships usually don't last on YouTube. I just got word, Stefan. I just got word that Robbie Privilege has married, allegedly, has married a man called Sell You Light. Cellulite. I think it's Sellyoulight. Now that's what I heard, and she done changed the name. Now, the only person who I want to change my name is Jesus. Okay? Only person I want to change my name, and really not change it, but just sign my name, is Jesus. Now that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Now, cellulite. So I hope it works out, niece. Girl, I hope it works out. Y'all act like y'all can't find no man in real life. But anyway, I hope it works out. That's all I hope. But that's what I heard. I heard that Raw B Privilege allegedly has jumped the broom with a man, a podcaster, a vlogger called Sell You Light. Okay, I just want to throw that out there. It ain't nothing bad, it ain't nothing good. I just hope that folks know what they doing and they did their little research. I want them to be all on YouTube. Okay. Now, why did I wake up to Shamar cussing a man out and then cussing Tommy out? Maybe I don't know what Tommy did to Shamar, but Shamar was cussing Tommy the hell out. Um, Tommy, Tommy, much about because people falling out of chairs violently, all drunk. You got bigger fish price, deeper things going on. That's good, Princess. That's good. That's good. I mean, I like love, but you know how the, the statistics on YouTube are not promising. That's all I'm saying. The statistics on YouTube is not promising. So, yeah. So I'm just glad that they've been together that long. We're gonna pray that they. Child, let me tell you something. Tommy can't say shit to me after getting drunk as Cooter Brown, Princess Sheba, was reading the telephone text and fell asleep while reading the text. Woke back up, went to sleep again, started leaning to the left. Leaning, leaning. Baby, he started leaning to the left. And then all of a sudden, without warning, violently, not subtly, not gently, but violently, fell on the ground and sat there for a little bit. That whole act like it was a 7.8 earthquake on the Richter scale, how she fell out that seat. And it wasn't no little chair. It was an old nasty piece of grandmama wingback chair. I'm like, ho, you got problems. You got problems. I don't mess with that man no more. That hoe got problems. And I hope she don't go to jail. I'm telling you, she's trying to drink her problems away, and she needs to pay attention. Pay attention. Baby, you need to pay attention. I don't know what's going on. All of these alcoholics, if it ain't lemon, it's Tommy. It's crazy. I'm really laying low, and I'm really laying off of some of these people with challenges. Let me see what you're saying. What's up? Who that? Hey, Libra, I see you. Oh, Lord, this sun is all up in my eyes. Got the wrong message, Shamar. Oh, yeah. Let me see what you're saying now. Okay, I'm reading y'all comments. I don't know if she's that lady back from Vegas or not. And I'm not talking about her either, because I'm really laying off people with disabilities. And after seeing that lady leg, I feel some kind of way. I feel so. I'm serious. I'm very serious right now. I'm getting a little emotional even talking about it. I'm getting emotional. When Keith Lolo find out about this, when Keith Lolo find out about this, she gonna straighten all of this out. I'm getting a little emotional. Baby, I'm getting a little emotional. After seeing that lady leg, I'm backing up. I see why people have challenges. I see why people are bitter and can't be nice to nobody. My heart sank. My heart sank. And not only is she a black woman in Seattle in a corporate call center, not on, but she got a disability too. Okay, my heart goes out to her. When I saw them legs, it was giving X. Oh my God! So I'm really laying off for people. I'm really laying off for people because that lady can be defined as ADA compliant. I mean, she could go to an apartment and request that they have a lift or they put her on the first floor. She has challenges. Okay, my goes out. I never heard that in the room. And then to have all that booty, all that gut meat, and then your knees is constantly going inwardly. That's tough. That's tough. My heart goes out to her. I mean, she can say what she want to say about me, but my legs are straight. Okay, my teeth are straight. I may not be, but my teeth are. And Rob, I can run, I can jump, and the thing is, I'm an older man. And when she get 55, baby, she better get some knee straightening or something. Because, baby, that's going to be a challenge for her. Baby, she is going to be a strong candidate for that hurricane. Okay? My God, today. Let me tell you, y'all, let me say, it's no matter what that lady say about me, it's her on the inside. Something is wrong. This song goes out to Lemon. This song goes out to Ness. This song goes out to Tommy. Oh my God. In case you have fallen by the wayside of life, dreams and visions shattered, you're all broken inside. You don't have to stay in the shape that you're in. The potter wants to put you back together again. In case your situation has turned upside down and all that you've accomplished is now on the ground, you don't have to stay in the shape that you're in. The potter wants to put you back together again. You who are broken, stop by, baby. That's what I'm sending out to them. But that's what I'm saying. She lie roasting, but we see in the truth. It's sad. It's sad. And you know what's sad? Your nemesis, your nemesis Brianna, she did what you can't do. She did what you have not done. She finished her bachelor's degree. And Brianna worked and had relationships and came on YouTube and still finished the degree. And she did something and obtained something that you still can't do. And she had a lot of children over her house. Kudos to Brianna. And I'm not being shady with the children over the house because her ex-man or whatever he is to her, but she still finished. She had a lot of irons in the fire. So what's your excuse? You calling everybody a loser, but Brianna just won. Brianna's gonna be marching across the stage and getting her bachelor's degree. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I see you friends now. Look, look, I don't watch Ness. Ness is not funny. Ness is bitter. That is not humor. That is hurt. Now, my stuff is a little light, but that stuff right there, that's dark. That comes from a deep rooted place. And she done flew all the way to Seattle to go to Hallelujah. Salvation. What is it? Praise Hallelujah, salvation and glory. Okay, she went to praise Hallelujah, salvation and glory. Put labels on my jelly jars so I can make money and keep you broke. Okay. And the sad part about it is she's always looking for love and acceptance and it's always disappointing her. You didn't need to go to Seattle to find yourself. Let me say, I felt something just dropped in my spirit. Baby, if you bound in Miami, you still gonna be bound in Seattle. It ain't the location, boo. It's you. And if you don't work on you on the inside, then baby, you can move to Timbuktu. You still because you can darkness. Or somebody better write that down. Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, you can't get to your light until you deal with your dark. And a lot of people are continually being in darkness because they ain't ever gonna find their light. Lemon mama, I hope you listen to this. Lemon mama, ain't no way some 40-year-old man should still be living off of you. 25 should be the cutoff. And let me say this. I ain't trying to be funny, but I think Lemon is slow. I think Lemon is short school bus too. I really do. You done forgot another password. You done forgot another password. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. And I think Lemon Mama's scared because when she leave here, who gonna take care of her? Lemon may be functionally autistic. He may be. He may have what they call it, Asperger's. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Oh, y'all, I'm back. I am so sorry. I'm telling you, these construction sites ain't no joke. I'm reading y'all comments now. I don't know what's going on with him, but he has some issues and he has some childhood trauma that he needs to get through. Now, like I said, J Dunn is very direct in what she says, and I don't think sometimes she always thinks things out, and she just says them because that's how she feels. But she did make a point. She did make a point, and the point is this: who gives a damn about what you do on YouTube? The only reason why I'm on YouTube is A, it pays. That's it. It pays. It pays. I entertain. I enjoy doing it. I could watch CNN all day long, or watch HGTV, House Hunters, and Magnolia Network. I can sit here and watch Murder She Wrote, but it's easy to come on and make your coin here. It's easy, but this shouldn't be your claim to fame. And what Jay Dunn did say is, what is your life like outside of YouTube? What is your life outside of YouTube? What are you doing outside of YouTube? What have you accomplished? Some people have accomplished more than others, and that's great. But what can you write on your resume? So what Nair says about me doesn't affect me because that's on YouTube. I don't know her personally, and my thing is, I wouldn't have a problem with somebody knowing my life because it's been a good life. I am not trying to compare myself to anybody else but me. I am satisfied with what I have done. But a lot of this stuff is midlife crisis as well because people are getting up in age and they're realizing that I have not accomplished anything. And what they do well is YouTube. This is why Lemon always tries to control other people because people who have no control in their lives are always trying to control others. And it's sad. It's sad. It's a sad scenario, but that's what's going on. You look at all of this drinking. People just don't get up to get drunk for nothing. They're trying to ease the pain. They're trying to get away from something. And when you really look at a lot of these people, not all, but a lot of these people, there's a lot of trauma. It's a lot of stuff going on. And it's ridiculous. This should be a show. You should not have a Rolodex of everybody's name. You shouldn't be on the phone talking to people who you entertain. It's just that simple. But it seems like a lot of people don't have any friends or anything. If Trends didn't go to Vegas, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. I have nothing to compete with because I'm not trying to compete. I'm not the king of the beef sector. I'm not the king of roasting and gagging. I am Jay Wilson who comes on, make his coin, do a few trips, and go to his real life. This should not be your real life. It should. This should be entertainment, and you move on from this. But it is what it is, you all. But I see how these people are, and it's just like, wow, I should know that your lights have been cut off. I should know that somebody had to give you money for rent money and money for water bill. And I mean, it's just like, wow. And if you know better, you'll do better. And lemon, they gonna take your page. No matter what you do, they're gonna take your page. But lemon, let me tell you what you can do. Let us see you go to AA and get yourself together and get clean. Let us see you go to that college across the street and come back as the new Lemon 3.0. Because Lemon, as long as you stay drunk, as long as you act belligerent and curse these people out, as long as you keep doing what you're going to do, the only reason why these people like you because you a whole idiot and you are just pretty much a debacle. And people love a train wreck. And that's why they like you because you're a train wreck right now. When you are doing what you need to do, when you are going to work, baby, it's not fun. And again, Lemon, the reason why people give to you and stuff because they really pity you. They really everybody wants to baby you, and you know that, and that's a part of your stick. But it's debilitating. It's debilitating, and I question the women that do it. I'm questioning the man that will continue to go on his channel and be disrespected. Only took me one time. Okay, when that junk happened, I said, "Oh no! You come to my channel, but I'm not coming to your channel. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. It's a done deal." And I'm gonna say this too. I usually don't come for folk unless they really come for me. And a lot of people look at the people who come for me. I'm just saying, it's just an interesting, it's an interesting mixture of what's going on in this sector. So I'm gonna leave it at that. My heart goes out to people. I mean, Tommy, I'm gonna go back on Tommy. Tommy wants to be somebody. Now, Tommy is somebody, but he really wants to be successful. He really wants the better things in life. But what are you doing to get there? And sitting there drinking that cheap beer and falling out of chairs is not a good start. When I tell y'all to invest in yourself, that's real. You have to invest in yourself. You got to invest in yourself. And sometimes that work is not easy. But anything worth having is worth working for. And if you get it too easy, then is it worth it? You know, people think that folk was giving me them copiers and that shredder, and they like, he always begging. But no. People who've been with me from jump know that I have given numerous things out. And they know that I will work. And people give because they know I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. Let me say this too. I'm going on this train ride. I'm going twice. Me and my partner are going because I really want to kind of get a feel of how it's going to be before the group goes, so I can take notes and do that. So that's why I'm going first. But if me and Vivian are just there, I am fine with that. And I'm even to the point now where I don't even know if I won't even put it on camera now because I still haven't made up my mind about it. But when you have done your due diligence You don't have nothing to prove to nobody. You don't have nothing to prove to anybody. Oh, Jay driving Uber. I sit back and laugh. All I'm going to be saying is I have been promoted 3 times, and a fourth may happen, and I'm still considering what I'm going to do because some things are getting ready to happen. I don't need to come out and tell y'all this, and the third, but I know in myself what I do, and I'm not competing against the millennials at all. Because at my age, I don't need to compete. I've done what I needed to do, and so like damn well I ain't competing against nobody on YouTube for what? For what? Now, binary is in here. I know I pick at binary, and binary is not beef sector, but one thing I can say about binary is binary is a go getter, ghetto intellect. I ain't hating on them brothers. The mayor of Detroit, I ain't hating on them brothers. Brianna got that bachelor's degree. And binary, you need to congratulate her. You always talking about her, but you do need to congratulate her on her bachelor's degree. And I give her kudos. What are you doing off of YouTube? How is your life off of YouTube? I'm in this car right now because I'm heading to my career. It's so funny that people who don't have no relationship want to talk about mine. People who can't keep nobody want to talk about me. And I sit back and laugh because my relationship is not up for discussion with anybody, especially if I'm not sleeping with you or we ain't together. You don't have to like binary. You don't have to like binary. But it's a tendency that people who are investing in their lives, notice what I said, people who are investing in their lives, people tend to dislike. I noticed that with Wolverine. Oh my God. And see, Wolverine was very like, I got, Wolverine was like, I'm the shit. And people could not stand that because not only did he say it, he could back it up. See, a whole lot of hoes say a whole lot of stuff, but they can't back their shit up. But when you can back your junk up, baby, people start disliking you. And the reason why is at the end of the day, it's a void within themselves. And see, with me, you don't even have to go to a brick and mortar. Get on the job training. Do something different. Invest in yourself. Let me say something about Rebel. Maybe they tried to make Rebel a janitor. Rebel is far from being a janitor. Far from being a janitor. And that's the truth. So, again, people could not believe that I drove a bus. I did. I did. Because I put my mind to it, I'm going to do it. And ain't nobody going to hold me back. At my age now, retirement is not an option, not because I can't. It's not an option because I got stuff to prove to me. Nobody else. But being in this career proves that I still got it. I'm investing in me. And we ain't done yet. We still got some more shit to do. Hey, Faye, why you coming in here all? um, uptight. I'm sensing some anger or something. Why you coming in here hot like that? What happened to Hey Jay Wilson? How you doing? See, this is why we probably don't get along right now, and this is why you probably over there with what's her name, Lolo. Why you coming in hot like that? Good morning. How are you doing today? Is everything well with you? And first of all, I said nothing negative about you, but I said that, baby, you act like we departed and we was friends like this, and I'm like, we weren't. And when you left, you just left. You went south with me, I went south with you. You didn't like it, you left, and that's it. And guess what? I haven't said anything else about you until now. So don't come over here acting like we've been talking about you for years. I'm just saying, because you came in real hot just a few minutes ago, and this is probably why we don't get along. This is why we probably don't get along. Okay, so if you heard it, why you writing this anthology? Why you writing this short story? Why you writing books up in here? I just don't understand that. And I want to say something to you because you said something. You said I'm surprised he with that because I thought he was gonna say something bad about me. Really, really, what would you think, or why would you think that I would say anything off color with you, and I haven't said anything about you since you left? So why, in your mind, would you think I would say something negative about you? Because I that baffled me. Now these are your words. This came out of your mouth. Because Faith, once you left, and it was done. So why would you think I would say something derogatory about you? When you were over here, I said nothing but I have always defended you, how you look, your avatar. So now, because you gone, I'm supposed to say something bad about you? So I'm surprised that you would even think that, knowing that I've never said anything bad about you, except when you went left with me and I went left with you. I'm gonna leave that alone. But Faith, I stand by what I said. I was a little taken off by where all of this coming from. I'm surprised he even said that and he defended me, and I gotta give Jay Wilson that because I'm surprised that he said that. I'm like, really though? Girl, nobody ain't attacking you like that over here. So I was surprised you said that. But much love to you. No hate here. But I don't chase people. People come, people go. Love everybody. I was just a little bewildered by that. I'm like, where all this come from? Well, see, all you have to do is ask me because you have no evidence to prove that I would say something to you negative because after you left, when was the last time you heard me say something about faith? This is something. Girl, to be honest, I didn't even know you were still in town. And that ain't no shade. That's real. Yeah, see, this is what I don't get about you all. You all really try to put me in a negative light. Now, I will shade the hell out of you if you come for me. And even with my shading, it's funny shade. It's that shit that make it, yeah. But KRN will drag you. All of these folk will say ugly stuff about you. But yet, y'all don't have nothing for them. But I'm going to leave that alone. That's what I'm saying. I don't take nothing personally. We are subcontractors. I don't talk to nobody on the phone. We subcontractors. That's all we are. And that's where I keep it. I don't put no emotions in it. This is what it was. I don't have a problem with Faith, though. Faith, I don't have a problem with you. You are always welcome to come over here. You made the decision not to come over here. It was never me saying you not coming over here. The people who know they can't click my link, they know it. Rico Barber can't click my link. He know it. What's that man name? ZX can't click my link. He know it. J Dunn can't click my link. And J Dunn, it's not because of this, this, and this. You don't have no emotional intelligence. That's all. She can't click my link. Lovely Ugly Love. She can't click it unless she pay. Tulsa can't click. So it's a couple of people who can't click the link. But I ain't never say Faith is a substance could never click the link. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Now, so are they trying to say that Treasure Lane is ugly? Are they trying to say Mother is unattractive? See, y'all got to look at the implications behind this, because if saying that Faith looks like Mother is a read, then there's something, a negative connotation attached to Mother. And see, y'all ain't catching that light shade. And I'm surprised a cleanup didn't happen yet, because that's what you're saying. If you saying that Faith looks like Mother, then you using Mother for a read and as a put down to Faith, but yet you putting Mother down too. See, y'all better check this out. And people say, no, Jay, you looking, we trying to say she look like a man, but you trying to say she look like Mother. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Is Mother too dark? Is Mother too dark? What y'all saying? Why would y'all even use Treasure Lane to come at Faith? Yeah, that's egregious too. And I addressed that, Fridge. Now I addressed that quite thoroughly when I was defending Faith. But today I'm looking at the other side of this. I'm looking at the other side of the coin. It was bad that they said she looked like a man. Okay? But it's even, but now the other side is what you trying to say about Mother. What you trying to say about Mother? A cleanup might come. I ain't trying to be messy, but I know backhand shade. I know black backhand shade. We'll see. Ain't nothing wrong with Mother, unless you don't like Mother, unless there's some hidden agendas with you and Mother. OJ, you doing too much. Nobody ain't ever say that. Well, why couldn't you use somebody else? Yeah. All right, let me move right along from that. Child, this Epstein thing is getting bad. Now they trying to say Naomi Campbell, baby. Oh, Jesus. And can I say something? My heart goes out to Sherry Shepherd. Sherry Shepherd told it, and I'm going to tell you what. When black people stand up for themselves, they get screwed. Now, I don't agree with everything Monique say, but on this wise, Monique is right. And Taraji P. Henson, nobody ain't say nothing. But all y'all suffering in silence. I looked at what P. Henson made compared to her white co-stars, and she was making peanuts. And I'm saying this for a reason. Sherry Shepherd said you don't know what people have to go through. They don't want certain things, even with the Tyra Banks thing. She came out and said, well, nobody ain't saying nothing about the real world and these other crazy shows where people naked and afraid. But because it's Tyra, everybody want to come out. And Sherry said, I am not excusing her. She needs to take accountability. But let's not act like these other shows ain't done some crap either. And baby, Sherry, when you start speaking up for yourself, baby, the people don't like it. And Sherry just had to come out and say what she had to say. Even her defending that man who played um in that movie. Who I can't think of his name, and he ain't played in nothing else since they said he abused that white woman. But my heart goes out to Sherry. No, I don't think it's. Let me tell you something. I don't think it was a bit dramatic. Let me tell you why. I believe Sherry. What people have to go through with those producers. Do you all not know that there's an actress who was saying that the producer who white was saying that she wasn't black enough, and he was showing her how to be black, and it was stereotypical. It's bad out there. I don't think we know the half of what goes on with those shows. Jonathan Major, that's correct. And let me say y'all this: Jonathan Major had not worked anything major since. And the sad part about that Jonathan Major situation, yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. Yeah, y'all, let me tell you, it's deep out there. But Sherry Shepherd went off, so I'm seeing that, and yeah, yeah, yeah. When you stand up for yourself, you get pushback, and that's for black women and black men. Black women cannot stand up for themselves because as soon as they stand up for themselves, they're being too aggressive. They're being you're aggressive. No, they're not aggressive. Let me tell y'all what happened to me. I am getting ready to make a major purchase. I'm getting ready to invest in a piece of jewelry. I'm only going to do two rings, a wedding band when that time comes, and a ring that I wear. Well, let me say this though. Let me say this, and I'm gonna say this really about Taraji. Color Purple was paltry to what she was making when she did that movie. Where she was a detective type person. I can't think of that movie's name. She made good money in that. She made good money in that, right? Then Color Purple came and they wanted to give her peanuts. And y'all don't realize now, Taraji can make $1 million. But out of that $1 million, she got to pay her agent. She got to pay her publicist. She got to pay her makeup artist. She got so again, and that's the taxes ain't even out of it yet. You got to pay taxes on it. Proud Mary, thank you. You got to pay taxes on it. I'm just gonna say that. So let me go back to what I was saying again. I was in a jewelry store. Now I have all my money. I'm ready to purchase, but I'm looking right now of what's going to suit me, the style. I'm looking at clarity. I'm looking at carat weight. I'm looking at metal. I'm looking at all of that stuff, right? I'm looking at all of that. I go into this jewelry store, and like I said to you all, like when I got my house, I had everything. My ducks were in a row. Ducks was in a row. All we had to do was sign the papers. Boom, let's do it. So with this piece that I'm getting ready to get invest in, I'm ready to go. All I'm doing is trying to find out what's going to suit and fit, right? So the salesperson was very helpful. Now, y'all know I am not a pushy person. I know what it's like to be in the service industry as a flight attendant, working in retail at Hex Department Store, which is now Macy's, and Ivy's Department Store in Bird Eye. So the man who was helping me, extremely helpful. But we were going back and forth, and we were looking at things. I had to resize my finger because this finger here is 7.5. My middle finger is 9 2/4. Baby, when I looked up, it was a African American or a black man and their colleagues looking like I'm wasting this man's time. And I heard the man say, "Can you believe all of this time he wasting with him?" So I brushed it off. I brushed it off. The man put what I wanted in the wish list because I got to make a decision between two pieces of jewelry. I'm only getting one, so I got to make a decision, right? And I'm going to get it. It's already, I'm just looking, right? I wasn't going to say nothing, but something in my spirit said, you need to call corporate headquarters. Baby, I called corporate headquarters. I told them, I think you may miss out on a sale because of XYZ. I said the salesperson who was helping me was nothing but gracious. He was awesome. I really appreciate his professionalism. But his coworkers and what I heard them say, overheard them say and do, it turned me off. And I'm like, if I were a white woman or a white man, would I have gotten that treatment? And the lady was profusely apologetic. So the regional manager was called. I haven't received a call yet. No, the black man wasn't in the community, no. But I was shocked because he was leading the charge. Now, the saving grace, if I were to get that article, is the salesperson was extremely helpful. And he acted like he wanted that sale. But before I purchase, I'm going to have that conversation. If I purchase. But you all, and let me say this too. I didn't even see it, and I don't want to see it because it would probably make me throw up in my mouth. But let me say this, you all. I don't call corporate offices often, but if I feel that I've been disrespected, paying my hard-earned money, we gonna have a problem. I think very long and hard before I do that, and I had to really make sure that my salesperson was commended on what he did. If you don't think racism and classism exist, you're wrong. Before I built my house, before I built my house, I took a year. I said, I'm going to stay in this apartment for a year. I knew that it was going to be a year. And while I was in my apartment, I was looking for homes in neighborhoods that I would want to live in. I never forget going to D.R. Horton, and the man treated me like, I'm like, is everything okay? So the next year, I was ready to buy. I had my pre-approvals, one from the credit union, one from a bank, ready to go. Baby, my realtor took me to that D.R. Horton, and that same man was there. And I said, I don't even want to talk to him. And so the D.R. Horton people was like, no, 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 no. I said, no, 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 no. Because when I was looking for a house, this man thought I was wasting his time. And now that I'm getting ready to get one, I can't even give him the satisfaction of thinking he's going to even get a sale with me. Because again, you don't know who has what or doesn't. You always treat people with respect. I wound up getting the house, and it was ordained where I stay now. Um, the person who sold me my house, the real estate agent, or the person who was at the development, he lived in the development. So if you could live in a neighborhood that you selling houses to, knowing that people can knock on your door, maybe that was a sign right there. I'm like, oh yeah, oh yeah. But all I'm telling you all is this: don't let people disrespect you. Um, Even at restaurants, I rarely have problems in restaurants, but usually I will let the waitress know because once I take some back, I'm done. I don't because you know people be doing stuff to your food. But I usually let the waitress know that, hey, I know this is the kitchen. I know this is not you. I need to still see a manager though. And I usually tell the manager, y'all, because let me tell you something. I ain't trying to get nobody out of their job. But at the same token, disrespect and stuff, you can't let people do that to you. You can't let. And let me say this just as much. And I don't do a lot of complaints unless it's warranted. I do more compliments. If I have a waitress that's really good, I'm going to tip them well, and I'm going to leave a written comment. And I make myself do it, even if I because again, you don't know what that will do for that person. But yeah, so you all, yeah. So my birthday month is coming up, and this is why I'm doing this because my birthday month is coming up, and so yeah. But don't let nobody treat you like dirt. So yeah, it's just interesting, you all, um, how things happen. But no joke. Don't let people treat you like dirt. And the sad part about it is, if you got something negative to say about somebody, go into the office because you could really jeopardize somebody's sale. And I happened to look up and overhear him say that. And I'm like, with these two white women, I'm like, I know you ain't dogging another. I know you ain't dogging another black person out with white women. Ooh, and I think that did me more. And I think that I'm like, this is a black man doing this. My thing is this: if it bothers you, let me go in the office and let me tell you what happened. So when I did see them, it was like a freeze. It was like a freeze, and then I started just working with them, and then they all went back to the office. Baby, mm-mm. So it's all good. So you all don't let people do y'all like that. Don't let nobody do you like that. you know, it's bad when our own people are conditioned certain ways. And let me say with me, you all, I'm to the point where if I stay in a hotel, I take cash out so I can leave the maids a tip, the housekeepers a tip, because they are the silent sufferers. And I'm gonna say this, and I said this before. If you stand in a hotel, leave your housekeeper a tip. Either leave it daily, and if you leave it daily, you're gonna get better service. I'm telling you that right now, because they're gonna make sure they're gonna do your room well. Or leave it at the end. But please leave your housekeepers a cash tip because we tip the the people who take our bags, the bagmen. We tip them. We tip the waitress. We tip the waiter. We tip the bartender. We tip everybody except the housekeeper who clean our rooms, who has the hardest job. Baby, cleaning them rooms ain't easy. And if your room is refreshed, make sure you are leaving that housekeeper a tip because they can be forgotten. I'm just saying. So yeah, I say they are the silent sufferers because they don't get no tip and they do the most work. Now let me say this. Let me say this. The tip culture has gone too far. If you just ringing up my coffee, you ain't getting no tip. You ain't busting no table. So I just leave it zero. I don't feel pressure in doing that. I don't. I don't. I tip where it's appropriate. And when you have a housekeeper, I'm gonna tip them. Let me say this, you all. Nest can't drag nobody. And I know Faith and I don't speak. I don't have anything against Faith. So let me say that. Faith left on her own accord. I didn't tell her to leave. She felt that she needed to. So I'm saying that because people try to act like I did something well, you left because you didn't like what I said. I mean, and usually if you say something crazy to me, I'm gonna say something crazy to you. But really, Ness don't. I'm serious, you all, and I'm really being a little sensitive to Ness. But Ness has a lot of things she needs to work on. The bottom of her teeth, that don't make no sense. Her legs. Look, you can't comfort that lady. You can't. And let me say this. I don't give a damn what she says about me. After seeing her actually walk, I feel sorry for her because I know she was picked on. I know people look at her differently. She actually walks like her knees actually come in. And then when you turn around and it look like you got a BBL, but you don't have one, but you look like you have one, baby, I'm gonna leave that alone. Uh, she, some, oof, it's yeah, it's a lot going on. And this is why I'm glad Lolo didn't meet her, and I'm glad that that slumber party or whatever it didn't happen because Lolo, you did that on your own, and you didn't need nobody saying that you were trying to get clout from them, and I'm glad that it was Lolo. Um, yeah, yeah. And y'all, let me say this. I did finally get to see that buffet clip. Somebody sent me a buffet clip. I don't know, but I'm glad it didn't. At first, yeah. And then I think Intrinsic went on, and I think she said that J Dunn, according to J Dunn, said that her Ness was bumping pocketbooks, honey. Girl, child, bye. Join the club, Intrinsic. So when Duchess Kelly Love came to San Antonio, people were saying he was cheating on his husband with me, and we knew it wasn't true. So again, and so that's why I look at it and be like, okay, just low rent, just low rent, low rent, low rent. I'm sorry, y'all. I had a phone call. I had a phone call. Well, when it look like you can't get no toilet tissue and get all that doo doo, it don't look good. Okay. So again, I ain't mad at nobody. All I'm gonna say is, baby, people got issues, and don't get me wrong, we all have challenges, but some people's challenges are more pronounced than others. And yeah, yeah, it's bad. But what did Faith do to her? What did Faith personally do to Ness? Hey, Janice, girl, I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Doing what I gotta do. Got my little cap on. It's a little chilly in San Antonio today. It's 52 degrees right now. So Princess Sheba said nothing. So now why you coming after the lady? You know, because we need content. And if I was Faith, I would ignore her and I would keep on going about my business because that hoe can't talk about nobody. I mean, she really can't. In a couple of years, she ain't gonna be able to get up in the tub. She gonna have to get one of them open the tub, baby, because unless she get her knees fixed, she got problems. Yeah, I mean, she really does. And she looking real pre-diabetic over there. I'm telling you, when I was big, I made sure. But I'm gonna tell you, when they tried to make me take blood pressure medicine, I'm like, oh, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I said, we gonna lose this way, baby. So, and you can tell she had some guilt because she was like, I know they're gonna talk about me because I'm gonna eat, so I might as well eat. And I just shook my head right then and there. And I'm just glad, y'all. Let me tell you something. I'm glad that I didn't take the time to look at that whole thing to see what they were doing. It was. I understand now. I understand why people do some of the things they do. And again, that lady got issues. She got issues with her mama. She got issues with abandoning that child. Even though she say she in the child life, baby, it's a lot of issues. It's a lot of issues. It's a lot of issues. And that ain't no shade. See, people talking about something, ooh, you see, I don't lie roast. But there are issues. And people who hurt like that, you don't let, but baby, they'll hurt you. And it's toxic. It's toxic. Yeah, so yeah, that's some deep stuff. That's some deep stuff. Now I didn't know. Now I don't know if that lady took a bath or not, but them girls was watching, and the girl said she went right on in that bathroom, put that sleeping attire on. She still had remnants of makeup on her face. Child, I'm like, I ain't even looking that hard. I ain't even looking that hard. And I'm gonna tell you, it's funny because people can take unflattering pictures of you. I don't put people's pictures up. I really don't, because that's a good way to get your page flagged. But Ness, girl, when I tell you there are pictures out there of your teeth like this and this and this, and that lip and that mouth open, anybody can take unflattering pictures. Anybody can catch you on, baby. We all got angles, but some people's angles are worse than others. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Now, you all, I am 5 minutes away from my job, and this traffic is horrendous. I don't know why there wasn't a slumber party, but I wouldn't recommend Lolo to go because people will start talking about hygiene, and you know how people are on Mad Day. Yeah. So yeah. Now, you all, the train ride is coming, and I'm talking about it because we finalized everything. So the train ride is happening. It's going to be May 30th and 31st. I'm pretty excited about it. So far, me and Vivian, and we have one, two, three. So we have about 6 people besides me and Vivian that's going to travel to Dallas, and that's perfectly fine with me. But if you want to go, we're leaving from San Antonio on the 30th. We'll get to Dallas on the 30th, and we'll be leaving on the 31st, heading back to San Antonio. Um, it's just a train ride, so we can have a good time as we're going. Um, I have a nice suite. I'm ecstatic about it. So I have my train ticket already. So if anybody give me anything, it's because you want to, not because you got to pay for my trip. I don't need no sponsors. I don't need people to pay for me. I appreciate it if you do, but I don't need. It's already done. So if you give me anything, it's spending money. It's Jay, do what you want to do. Jay, go ahead and make it rain on them hoes. That's what you give it to. Because my room is already paid for. My train ticket is already paid for. The train ticket, if you do not get the refundable ticket, it is just $19. $19 one way. So, you're looking at $38 round trip. And we do have the hotels. So if you need a hotel, boom. And with that money you save, baby, you get on nasty fly hotel. So if you want to go, hit Vivian up at yespicturelady@gmail.com. This week, at the end of this week, we'll have the hotels for Labor Day. Labor Day is coming up. So we're doing Jaycation Labor Day. It's going to be in the city of San Antonio. We have quite a few people coming to that. My cruise ship folk coming. Some of the Labor Day folk are coming. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, my stuff is already paid for, Darcy. Girl, I done paid for that stuff. It's done. Me and my boo going first because I want to see how it is. And then on the 31st of May, we going. Meaning that the people who want to go in, and they can. So I'm excited. I'm pretty excited about that. Come on, are you gonna go or what? What are you waiting for? Thank you. Oh my God, these people don't drive. Like, ugh. Let me say this. My fashions are clean. Number one. Let me say this. My fashions are clean. My fashions are actually natural fiber and not synthetic. And I actually can fit in my stuff and I'm not bulging out of it. I find it quite funny. Somebody wants to talk about fashion, but they can't fit in theirs. And my pants don't bow in inwardly like that. So let people say what they want to. Oh my God, Cass, I don't know who that is, but I'm sorry that she transitioned. I don't know who that is. But yeah, my fashions are fine. I like my fashion, and so do the people who I'm with. So my thing is, a hoe who keep her purses on a thumbnail could never. Them non-leather bags could never. Wearing all that synthetic Timu Sheen shit could never. Ho, start shopping at a mall and start shopping at a boutique. Janice, you know I don't care about that. First of all, she could look great, but her mouth is messed up. She could look great, but her legs is bowed in. She could look great, but that lip be top. Baby, see, again, I don't have those issues. And notice, I can wear my shit and my shit fits. So again, my fashion's clean, appropriate, age appropriate, and I'm good with it. And I can take my stuff to the cleaners and it ain't gonna fall apart. My. So anyway, nobody don't care about what that girl say. And let me say this, y'all. I really need to stop because I really feel sorry for Ness. After seeing how she looks, she got problems. She really has problems. And my heart goes out to her because she really has a disability. She has a disability. And I understand why she's upset and angry at people. I really feel sorry for her. She needs physical therapy. It seems like she didn't do what the therapist said. So, girl, let me tell you something. I feel sorry for her.
And I'm trying not to go in on her because she got a lot going on. She got a lot of things going on in her life. I'm serious. That whole look like she got scurvy and rickets all at the same time. I'm like, Lord have mercy. And see, I just got out my car. My knees are straight. My legs are straight. Okay. My pants ain't rubbing against. Oh, baby. I mean, it's bad enough that your thighs are rubbing together, but then your knees is rubbing together. See, baby, when you got stuff like that, my heart goes out to people like that. You know what I'm saying? And that hoe got issues. And while she worried about my clothes, she need to be worried about them knees and getting that weight off so her knees don't be baby. And I'm being real. I am not lie roasting. I looked at that video and I'm like, oh my God. And I know she can't run fast. So anyway, y'all, I just came into the office. So yeah, let that hoe keep talking. She got bigger fish to fry. Okay. Baby, I'm doing things, and again, this is all she has, and the reason why she's doing this, and I'm gonna say this too, you're fighting to stay in the game, Ness. You're fighting to stay in the game. When Lolo can have vacation and more folk will focus on Lolo than you, and you're the bigger content creator, that says a lot. And all of this is for you to fight and stay in the game. And see, I don't have to prove anything to stay in the game because YouTube is not my primary source of income. Okay? And whether people come or go, it doesn't really matter. But you, on the other hand, yeah, you need it. Looking at that car, we know you need every dime that YouTube gives you. But all I'm going to say is when Lolo comes and people would much rather watch her, and let me say this is why Faith is getting attacked right now because again, people are focused on Faith, and the eyes and the attention is off of Ness. And Ness always wants to be the center of attention, and she's not. And Lolo and her situation is. And whether you think Lolo was a bore or her cation wasn't that great, I will say that we watched and we were happy for Lolo. And that's all I got to say. So. So anyway, that's all I really have to say about that. Yeah, the hate is real, honey. The envy is real. The jealousy is real. The insecurity is real. A hoe who has no fashion sense want to talk about somebody's fashion. A hoe wearing open toe shoes with black stockings and a stained glass shirt. Girl, bye. Anyway. Mm, 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 mm. I'm reading y'all. T.S. Madison can drag, baby. All right, y'all. I gotta go. Peace and love. Y'all take care. Bye.